All right, Duke. All right, Duke Army, Duke Nation, my Cameron Crazies. This is your Duke Game 7 recap from this past Sunday. Sorry I'm getting to it so late. I just forgot about it Sunday with the Bears because I had a Bears game recap, a Blackhawks game recap, a Hurricanes game recap to do, and a Lakers game recap, so I just forgot about Duke's game recap. But here it is. This is your Duke Game 7 recap from Sunday. And in Game 7, Duke got the win over Howard, 93-56. That now improves Duke's record to 7-0 on the year. Cameron Boozer led the way for Duke with 26 points. Patrick Ngumba had 16 points. Isaiah Evans had 11 points. And then Caleb Foster and Dame Sarr each had 11 points. Duke's bench had a total of 28 points. Duke was led off the bench by Darren Harris. Duke was led off the bench by Darren Harris with 8 of those points. Cameron Boozer had the most rebounds for Duke with 12 rebounds. And then Cameron Boozer's younger brother, Caden Boozer, had the most assists for Duke with 6 assists. Your player of the game for Duke is going to be Cameron Boozer with 26 points, 12 rebounds, 4 assists, and he added in 2 steals. That is Cameron Boozer's 4th double-double of the season through 7 games, so he's living up to the hype. He also gets player of the game because he got the double-double. Normally with me, if you get a double-double and you got in the higher point range there, like if you're into between 15 and 20 points, you're automatically going to get the player of the game unless somebody gets a triple-double in the same game on that team. Unless somebody gets a triple-double on the same team. So, like, if Cameron Boozer were to get a double-double and say Patrick Ngumba behind him gets triple-double, then obviously Patrick Ngumba will get the triple-double. But the points have to be 15 or higher in order for it to count as an automatic player of the game for that double-double or that triple-double. But anyways, like I said, Cameron Boozer is your player of the game with 26 points, 12 rebounds, 4 assists, and he added in 2 steals. Duke's next game is tomorrow at Arkansas. All right, never mind, guys. Duke's next game, I about messed up there. Duke's next game is tomorrow at home against number 22 ranked Arkansas. Obviously, Duke has had a cakewalk schedule for the most part to start with this year. The only tough test we've had is Kansas, which we did end up winning that game by double digits, but Kansas was out there, one of their starters, which that starter they were without is a projected number 1 pick in this year's NBA draft. But yeah, Duke has a tough schedule coming up. These next 3 games are going to be a true test. Tomorrow at home against Arkansas, and then we play Tuesday at the defending. So our next 3 games are going to be a tough test, and our next 3 games will be a sign of where Duke's at and how good Duke's going to be this year, because these next 3 games are going to be our toughest test state yet this year. Tomorrow at home against Arkansas, obviously, and then we play Tuesday at home against the defending national champions, the Florida Gators, and then we will play at Michigan State. And then we have a cakewalk on our schedule after the Michigan State game, which is Lipscomb. And then we have another tough test. And then we have another tough test after Lipscomb in Texas Tech, who I believe is ranked 21st right now. So yeah, then Texas Tech after Lipscomb, who is ranked 21st. Then we get into our string of 14 straight conference games. So we'll see how we're going to see how good Duke really is coming up in the next probably 12 to 20 games here. But anyways, guys, like I said, Duke's next game is tomorrow at home against Arkansas. Go get that win, Duke. Let's go.